Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Little Nightmares 100% walkthrough. And we have reached level 3 that is called the kitchen. Or we will very soon be in the kitchen. We are not quite there yet. First we have to travel on some meat hooks. So what you want to do is run over here, jump up on this body and grab onto one of these. Don't worry if you were to... or if you miss this hook, this is a conveyor belt after all, so there will be more hooks coming along. And when you are being transported over this big abyss, make sure to hold down the button. Do not let go until you get in here, because you will fall to your death. And when we reach this part, Poor 6 is once again ravaged by hunger, so I have sped this part up a bit, just as I've done with the two previous sequences. Make sure to stay away from that mouse trap. I don't know if it can kill you. I have never tried. And I suggest you leave it well alone as well. And as you can see, Poor 6 was so hungry, so she even ate a semi-dead rat. Beggars can't be choosers, but that is a sign that hunger is probably getting worse as we go along. But now that she has boosted her energy levels once again, we can go down here and gonna make a 180 turn and go into a little hole hidden here. Because down here there is another geisha doll. So we pick that up and we throw it away. Awesome. And then we can go back up and we can move on our way. And this level is not just the longest one. This is also the most trophy packed level in this walkthrough. We're gonna unlock quite a few of them going through this place. And I think the first one we will be unlocking is the elusive trophy. And the elusive trophy is for narrowingly escaping capture 6 times. And the game is a little bit fluent on what counts as narrowly escaping, but I'm gonna show you what I think is the best way to boost this trophy, and we're gonna do it here in the kitchen with this first chef. If you wait a little bit to go under this table, he'll come close to catching you, and that will count towards the trophy. But I think the best way of doing this is go in here and we're gonna wait for him to find us. You see that little table with the ladle? I'm gonna run over there and slide in. If you see the little save marker showing up in the right corner of the screen, that means you have narrowly escaped. And the trophy, or the game has counted it towards the trophy. So we go out once again, and we try to get his attention once again. And you can't hide in the same hiding spot you can't hide in the same hiding spot twice. Now you see I didn't get the save icon. So instead we're gonna hide beneath the big table to the right. So we grab his attention and hide in beneath. And then the save icon appears once again. Just reset that checkpoint until the trophy pops. That is the only trophy you will not see unlocking in this video, because it actually unlocked for me going through that first table in here. So, and it didn't appear on this take. But when you have gotten the trophy, reset the checkpoint once more and make sure to grab a vegetable there in the pantry where the checkpoint drops you off. Because now it is time to unlock another trophy. Here we have a bowl of soup cooking on the stove, and we need to add 3 ingredients. And which 3 ingredients doesn't really matter as long as it's 3 different ingredients. So I go for one of the vegetables in the pantry, and we're gonna grab this cheese. Just make sure the chef doesn't catch you. You are gonna have to juggle him a little bit around this room. The best hiding spot where he will never catch you is beneath that little table to the left, the one with the ladle hanging on the side. But once you feel, I like to go here to like reset his AI. Hopefully get him to move over to the left. Like so, and then we just sneak up towards this big soup. And then we run as run as hell. An important thing to know about this trophy is that you have to throw in all 3 ingredients in one go. If you were to get caught after you have thrown in 2 ingredients and restart at the checkpoint, you will have to throw in all 3 of them again. Just so you know, it's not very hard to do it, you just need to be a little bit patient, don't rush this. And as soon as the 3rd ingredient goes in my case it's the fish head, you get the trophy. Kitchen hand, I think it's called. And now that that is done, we can continue on our way. That is all the trophies we're gonna go, or that is all the trophies we're gonna get in this room. And also know that the elusive trophy, you don't have to unlock it in here. That is absolutely not necessary. That can be unlocked. It can actually unlock just through casual gameplay. It did for me in the normal version of the game, or the original version of this game. Suddenly it popped. I think it was in like chapter 4 or something. But I decided to show you how to boost it here, so you're sure that it has unlocked. And once you're up on these beams, you are completely safe from the chef. He cannot reach this far. But I just like to throw down that little container to taunt him, like, come on fat boy, try to catch me. And also when I went up on that white cupboard, is not the correct term, maybe? Whatever, you saw me light a lantern, so make sure you don't miss that, because we will actually unlock the light up your life trophy in this chapter. And when we get in here, there is another candle, so we light that. And then we can go on our way. Because there are 2 chefs on this boat, because this boat has a lot of guests. And one of them is here in the bedroom. He's having his break. Having a little lie down. I like to crouch in here. I'm not sure if you actually have to do it. Maybe he's such a heavy sleeper so you can walk normally. But I prefer just stay crouched. And then we go up here, we grab this key, and as soon as the key falls off, run and slide in beneath his bed. And we're just gonna wait here until he moves away. And I am being very cautious here, because I'm not 100% sure how quickly he disappears. But I think that was the elevator going down with him in it. So now we can walk normally once again. But before we head over to the elevator and go down, we're gonna put down the key for a little while, because there is also a gnome in here that we are gonna give a little cuddle. He is hiding over here in the corner. It's quite interesting with these twin chefs. They also have twin toilets. That is extremely disturbing. Dear God. Anyway, now that we have hugged the gnome, we have lit the candles, we can go down. And once again, I have trimmed out the elevator ride, of course. And now we're gonna venture through the kitchen once again. First we're gonna go in here and hug a gnome, and here you have to be quite quick, because when that bottle breaks, be quick to hug the gnome. My game wasn't really cooperating, but hug him quickly, get a little bell chime, and then hide under this shelf, because one of the chefs will come running. I don't think he always does that, I'm not sure. But you can also pick up the pot with the gnome in it and throw it to break it quicker. And after he left, my gnome got kinda caught. So I decided to like hug him once again, just for just for good luck. But I got the bell chime the first time I hugged him, so we know it has counted towards the trophy. And after that is done, we move again through the kitchen, this time with the key. And I like to take the same path as I did the first time, just go underneath this table. And when you go into the kitchen area, take a quick peek where the chef is. If he's moving towards you, we just move in once again and wait. Sometimes I don't really listen to my own advice. The best thing there would have been to wait, but you can hide under this table if you get caught. And as soon as he starts moving towards the back end or either into the other area, we can just get out of here as quickly as possible. And I'm playing this very cautiously. Because I didn't know exactly where it was. But when we're quite sure that he's over to the left side, by the way, up there is the lantern. So if you didn't light it on your last journey through, make sure to do it now before we head into the next area. And in this room, all we do is go through this little hatch in the wall. And now it's time to make some sausages. But before we do that, we go beneath the table, because in here is another gnome. So give him a little hug. And then we can go upstairs and work a bit as a kitchen hand. Because in this room, there are 3 hams. I hope it's hams at least. That we have to put down on the hatch, so we can turn them into sausages. And doing this can be very frustrating, especially on your hard to the core run. And while you're up here, make sure to go through this hatch into this little side room, because here we will unlock the light up your life trophy. Like so. And we also find one of the geisha dolls, so pick that up and smash it. So if you have followed this walkthrough all the way from start up to this point, your light up your life trophy should pop right there as well, if you have lit all the lamps and lanterns and candles I have lit along the way. If you have missed 1 or 2 of them, there are still more in the game. I don't think I lit anymore after the trophy popped for me, because... But as I said, there are total of 30 light sources, and all you have to light is 20 of them. If you have missed 1 or 2, it's no disaster. There are still more throughout the game. And here I'm really struggling, because I wanted to get this ham over to the other side of the middle, but then I just said fuck it and thought I'll improvise. And up here we just swing across this meat hook, grab onto the 3rd ham, and fall down, and we can put that over on the hatch. And make sure it's down on the hatch properly, so it's not lying on the edges, because then you'll have to go up here once again. And once we get down, we just jump up here on this giant sausage stuffing machine, pull the handle so all the sausages, or so all the hams fall down, and we can start making sausages. We will be making 3 of them, and that will give us a way to swing and get out of this little area. and back into the vents. It always amazes me how game developers manage to create those very odd puzzles that fit inside the context of the game. In this game, it's not a weird thing that you have to do that, but the creativity and the warped thinking behind it. By the way, remember this crate, because we are gonna run in there quite soon. When you get out here, pull this handle and bolt back into the freezer and hide inside this crate, because one of the chefs is coming. He's coming up here to pick up ingredients for the soup, even though we did it perfectly with our adding of ingredients that had been lying on the floor. But we're just gonna wait in here for a few seconds, and as soon as he moves past, we can start sneaking out. And you can run if you want to be really safe, you can sneak, but he is not very quick, so just bolt for the elevator. When you get up here, jump in for this little hole in the wall. I'm gonna light my lighter for a second, just so you can tell where I am. And wait once again. Because Chef is gonna come up, he noticed us. He will come up, this is entirely scripted. He's supposed to chase you up here. And then he will stand around here for a little while, and then he will move over to the left. And then we can follow him into the next room. Be sure to sneak when you're doing this. By the way, if you didn't unlock the light up your life trophy, just above where I am right now, up on the shelf over this table, there is actually a light source that you can light. So you go up on that table, up on the crate, and then up on the wall shelf, there's a light up there, I think. And when we get over here, we just wait for him to do whatever it is he does over there, and as soon as he moves back, we can continue on into the next room. And you can see on his table there's a key. That is why we're here. So we just start this giant industrial sized meat grinder and run back to the hole. The chef will come in, turn off the meat grinder, and you don't want to linger here. So go up on the table, grab the key, and haul ass. So we run back out of the room into the elevator and go on our way. When we come down, once again, run over, unlock this door very quickly because the chef is chasing you once again. So just go in and hide in this crate on the back wall. And this is actually surprisingly tense. I really like how they have managed in this game, even though when I recorded this, even though I had played the game recently, it's still, there's still a great sense of tension throughout this entire game, even if you know how the puzzles work and what to do. So I tip my hat to Tarsier Studios. And when we fall down here into the garbage pile, don't forget to pick up the geisha doll at the front left corner of the screen and pick it up and throw it away. Because it is not a collectible, it is a throwawayable. And now we are very close to the end. By the way, on that shelf in the background with all the pots and pans, if you go over there and climb up, I think there is also a light source up there. But now we're getting up to the sequence that I have always dreaded. That has always made me nervous to take on the hard to the core trophy, because it is time to escape the kitchen. I just took a little wrong turn there. This first part of it is quite simple, but the second part can troll you. But let's focus on this first part. Because the cooks are washing dishes, or the chefs. And I am struggling for some reason to get out of this hole. When you get up here, run in between or in under this sink. They will come over there, try to investigate, move quickly into the next room, make sure you don't step on the broken plates, and hide beneath this table. I like to move up to the top right corner of this one, because I know in there you are completely safe. At least I have never been caught. And then just wait for the chef to investigate, then he will move back out to the left. I'm gonna go up on the table and change the direction that the conveyor belt with the meat hooks is going. So we pull this lever and go back beneath this table once again and hide. Chef comes in to investigate, doesn't find anything, and leaves. Make sure to sneak out behind him. Once again, stay away from the broken plates so he doesn't hear you. Now we're gonna sneak back out into the center of the room, because we're going over to the sink where they were washing plates, and we're gonna climb the stack of plates so we can grab onto one of the meat hooks. And this part I would say is quite easy. Not much that can go wrong, or not extremely wrong. And I like to linger for a little bit. Usually one of the chefs goes over to the right, the other one may go over to the left. And I don't know if they can catch you when you start climbing these plates. I don't think so. But either way, you go up here, climb the stack, and then just grab onto the first meat hook that comes. And make sure to hold down the grab button so you don't fall down into the kitchen. This next part that is coming up can be a little bit tricky, but I'm gonna talk you through it. Because we're gonna go through another hole in the wall. There are two trolleys of dishes. Make sure you land in the second one, like so, and run. Run like the wind. Jump even to make yourself move forward faster. Slide under the table, because you want to get up here. Don't worry about the ball he throws, he will never catch you. And grab onto the first meat hook you can. Do not, if you time that a little bit incorrectly, if you get a little bit unlucky with the timing and you stand up on that final box for too long, the chefs will catch you. But hopefully and also I say it's great to jump there. Run and jump, because that will make you move faster. And as soon as you grab that meat hook, go up on the pipe and through the hole, you have beaten the kitchen. Level number 3. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.